Hello everyone, Spider Gamer here once again. Hi. First off, I want to say the World Cup game that Brazil played on Monday. I never doubted you. You did amazingly. I love you, Brazil, and we're totally doing very, very well tomorrow at the Sunday game against Norway. Okay, we are doing so well tomorrow. Okay, I believe in you, Brazil. We can do this. I have full confidence. I don't actually have full confidence. Okay, do not mark my words, but I am pretty hopeful. I have full confidence that we're gonna get our 6th World Cup champion title this year. Okay, and I will say this with absolute certainty. Again, I am not certain at all. Okay, I am a little doubtful, but I am indeed quite hopeful. I am fully certain that this year is gonna be the year I see Brazil win the World Cup, because I've never seen Brazil win the World Cup. Actually, the last time we won, I wasn't born yet, so I kind of feel left out, and I really want to see that happen. So Brazil, if you can make that happen, please. I say as if we're not already trying to make that happen, but still, this year is gonna be the year I watch Brazil win the World Cup, and we're gonna get our 6th champion title. I am very excited about that. I say as if I actually watched the games. I don't actually watch the games. I did watch the one on Monday, but it was because my family was over and we all sat down to watch it together. And I am going to watch the one on Sunday because they're still here. Speaking of which, everything's been pretty hectic now because I'm spending a lot of time with my family, but I'm also wrapping up the semester, so I have basically zero time to do anything. So if you hear the washing machine in the background, no you don't. No, it's really just because I don't have any other time to do my washing up, and I also have to do the videos. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. So today we're gonna just read a few r/stories about Kevin stories, kind of in the title. It is a channel favorite and I do miss it a little bit. I did check. Hosenreiter does not have an update on the Chocolate Factory Kevin, but we will still be on the lookout. As of recording this, there's no update. But starting off, I found a link to an article from Ars Technica on the subreddit, and someone basically linked it over and made an AI summary of it. And if you don't know this, let me tell you, we are very much against AI in this channel, so I'm not gonna read the AI summary and I'm not gonna embarrass the person here, so I'm just not gonna mention them. I'm just gonna read the article. The article by the beloved Beth Mole. Thank you very much, Beth Mole, for making this article. The shortened title is Tender Eyes. This is gonna be really funny in a minute. Man used massage gun on his tired eyeballs. It went as well as you'd expect. Yeah, this is the level of brilliance I am expecting in this subreddit. So let's continue with story 1. He had retinal tears and bruises from squishing his eyeballs with the gun. For our weary eyeballs, strained and tired from long periods of locked onto screens, rest and relaxation can do wonders. But a man in Scotland came up with an eye-popping plan. Oh my god. To try to pamper his spooked peepers. I can't with this article, man. I can't. How dare you make an AI summary of this? This is amazing. Ophthalmologists discovered it when the man who was in his 20s appeared at an eye treatment center in Edinburgh. He told them he had noticed increasing floaters and flashing lights in his right eye over the previous 6 days. He took 6 days to show up. Okay. According to a BMJ case report, the man said he hadn't had any eye or head injuries before the vision problems began, and that his family didn't have a history of eye disorders that might explain them. Besides having mild nearsightedness and needing glasses, he usually didn't have any problems with his eyes, he said. When the doctors, Nyam O'Connell and Ashraf Khan, thank you very much, beloved doctors, took a close look, they were surprised to find that both of his eyes were in terrible shape. In his right eye, he had multiple retinal tears, multiple retinal tears, widespread retinal bruising, and a condition called retinal dialysis, a retinal break at a junction in front of the eye that is usually seen after a significant eye injury. In his left eye, he had more widespread bruising and 6 full-thickness rips in his retina. Given the findings, they had more questions. They pressed him on any untoward things that might have happened to his battered orbs. The man then reluctantly admitted he had been trying to soothe his tired eyes with a percussive massage gun. Specifically, he used a gun with a small head attachment shaped like a bullet. This is the massage gun he used. You know, with this tip that clearly would pierce and rip and tear your eyes. I can't even. Oh my god. Describing the man as a hesitant historian, the doctor said he eventually confessed to using the massage gun directly on and around both eyes on a weekly basis for 3 months? Weekly basis for 3 months. Dear Lord from heaven above, please bless these people with brains that actually work. To help with his eye fatigue, they noted that he did not have a history of psychiatric conditions or drug use. Yeah, that would be the first place I would go to. That would be my first theory, but no, apparently that's not the case. Ocular offense. The doctors acknowledged that percussive massage therapy may be helpful for some soft tissues like muscles, with the vibrations possibly relieving pain, improving blood flow, and promoting relaxation. But it can demonstrably cause serious damage to the eyeballs. The ill-conceived thwacking therapy likely caused all of the damage to the man's eyes, the doctors concluded. the gun would have rapidly compressed the eyeballs back, causing them to squish out from the sides, which is thought to lead to retinal dialysis. Still, the doctors noted that the retinal dialysis was unusual because it was seen in the lower quadrant of the eye, closest to the ear. Inferotemporal quadrant. When retinal dialysis occurs from blunt trauma, like taking a fist to the eye, a more common cause of trauma, it usually occurs in the upper quadrant closest to the ear, superior temporal. Overall, the man's case marks a first in scientific literature for how to injure an eyeball. I mean, there's gotta be a first for everything. And I do mean everything, unfortunately. After identifying the injuries, the doctors used laser treatments to mend the retinal tears and rips and seal the break. At a 6-month follow-up appointment, the man's condition was stable without any deterioration. His vision was preserved, despite his injuries having a high risk of progressing to vision loss. While his decision to put a massage gun to his eyes was highly questionable, he at least demonstrated good judgment in the aftermath. I don't know if I would consider 3 months of him doing this, only to then, after a week of problems in his eyes, go to see a doctor. I think he should have gone maybe a tad bit sooner than that, possibly. That would have been better, yeah. Saving his sight, his doctors concluded. This favorable outcome was likely due to the patient's prompt presentation soon after noticing symptoms and the... Soon? You consider a week soon? Damn, okay. And the immediate initiation of treatment, they wrote. Thank you, Beth Mole, for providing us with such a beautiful, beautiful article. Thank you very much. Now, following up with the actual subreddit, we have our actual story one from u/Bootsy Moonshine. Are we flying backwards? So I'm currently on a flight, and it's been quite a smooth ride. The older woman behind me flags down a flight attendant and is worried. I think the plane has stalled. We aren't moving. The attendant didn't know what to say. She finally responded with, well, it's been a smooth flight, with not much turbulence, but rest assured we are moving. The woman followed it up with, well, I think we are flying backwards, because I keep seeing us flying by the same lights on the ground. The poor flight attendant stood there for a second before responding. Ma'am, I believe that is physically impossible. But this older woman is concerned. Finally, the flight attendant said she'd go up and ask the pilot if we were flying backwards. She never came back. Of course she didn't. I'd do the same. A couple of minutes went by, and a different flight attendant came around and she asked yet again if we were flying backwards. Because of the lights, she insisted we kept going over and over again. As I'm sure this isn't a question they get asked often, he didn't quite know how to respond. He did a quick no, I don't believe so. And kept moving and kept on moving. For now, she's been appeased, but I will update if she tries storming the cockpit for answers. What were those lights she kept seeing? Is it just like lampposts? Did she just see like a bunch of lampposts lined up and was like, oh my god, we are flying backwards? That is quite an interesting story. Thank you very much, Bootsy Moonshine. I'm really tired, sorry guys. It's midnight already, and this is the only time I have to record, so I'm doing my best. But I am very tired, so if I do like a weird voice, that's just the lack of brain taking over, and I do not have any insightful commentary. I'm sorry. I can say, from the times I've flown, because recently I've flown a bit more than usual. The usual was like once in my life, but in recent years I've flown a few more times because of, well, living on the other side of the country for university and going home for Christmas. In fact, I do want to cover a story on that. There is a story that I once found on an Oz video that pissed me off so badly that I really want to cover the story, because of course I do not blame Oz for this at all. He has absolutely no idea of the social economic context of Brazilian cities. I wouldn't expect him to, but I do. And I want to add another layer of commentary to that situation. So I do want to find that story and cover it. I will try to find it by my next video, my next Reddit video. Maybe I'll just do an r/am I the devil video next time. Maybe I'll do that. Though I don't think those perform very well. So maybe I'll just do an AITA, but get that specific story from Am I the Devil? Because god damn it, that story pisses me off so much. I'm sorry, I have anger issues. I don't know if y'all noticed so far. But okay, anyways. What was I saying before I went on this tangent? Yes, planes. I do, now that I've flown a few more times, I see that somehow planes seem to gather a certain type of lack of brain sometimes, and it's really funny. It's really funny if you're not the one being inconvenienced. Story 2 by u/devilish tiger 1221. Kevin, the man, the myth, the thankfully gone from my office now. This shall be the story of the Kevin who worked at my non-profit. We are a social service agency. We greatly believe in second chances and working with people of different backgrounds. Kevin lasted until his 6th chance. Oh god, y'all were patient. I don't think I would have been this patient. And then actually quit himself. Oh god, so y'all were really patient. Oh my god. I shall now give you my favorite highlights of Kevin. 1. Legitimately wondered why I was paying for laundry soap when we had Dawn dish soap available. Because OP was doing laundry and not the dishes? Glad I could help. And could just use that in the laundry room. You cannot use that. You cannot use dish soap for your laundry. Don't ever, my sweet, sweet summer child, do not ever make that mistake. Okay? And you will see why. It's because, as OP puts it, bubbles were seen coming out of a machine later. Kevin got to clean that chaos up. That's right, guys. That's right. Number 2. Claimed that he was a mechanic. Then, when asked to air up the tires, tried to claim that 22 psi was correct for a passenger van. Even when confronted with the van's recommendation, claimed the van manufacturer knew less than him. Okay, I do know quite a few people who are kind of like that. To be fair, sometimes you really do know more than the manufacturer. The amount of times I've seen an official recipe in like a food company's website, and I just completely ignore what they're saying and just do my own thing, and it turns out so much better. I basically just follow the vague shape of the recipe instead of actually following the recipe, because they do not know what they're talking about. You will not add an entire liter of water to a spoonful of curry powder, okay? That is insane. What are you doing? What are you making? Soup? Are you making soup? Are you making water that is slightly flavored of curry? No, that is not how you make curry. Anyways, I did like way less water and still came out watery, so I did way less the next time. Was it water? I don't remember. It's been so long since I made that curry recipe, because nowadays I don't have much time to cook, so I'm actually buying these little Japanese curry cubes that I basically just boil my veggies and meat with like condiments and stuff. Of course, I season my food. Okay, I'm not that kind of white person. I do season my food. Sometimes I over season, but that's on me. I boil my my veggies and the meat and stuff, the ingredients basically with the seasonings, and then after it's boiled, you put the little cube in there. That's already a seasoning, and thus I over season. You put the little cube in there and you just stir until it dissolves, and you got Japanese curry. I buy it at a Japanese corner store. It's really practical. I love it, and it really saves up time. But I think I'm gonna have a little more time now, so I think I'm gonna take up making Indian curry again, because I do miss it. It is so good. It is so delicious, and I really miss it. I'm gonna go back to making Indian curry with vegan chicken. I love vegan chicken. Vegan chicken is so good. Yeah, I'm getting hungry now that I think about it. Anyways, right, yes. But yeah, sometimes you really do know more than the manufacturer, but sometimes you really gotta understand that you are just merely a human, and humans make mistakes. Dogs don't. Dogs do not make mistakes, but humans do. So, yeah. Moving on. And my favorite story of Kevin. 3. I asked him to clean the bathrooms. Mentioned that pressure washing the showers might be a good plan. came back an hour later to the hallway being suspiciously dark. Kevin had power washed the outlets in the bathroom. Oh no. Claimed he thought that was how he needed to clean them. No, he did not get electrocuted. Thank God. Thank God he didn't get electrocuted, because that is exactly what would have happened to him if he had been any less lucky. Jesus Christ, my dude. Kevin left mere weeks later to go live in Florida. I am waiting to see a news article about him trying to pet an alligator. Are we sure this isn't the same Kevin that, like... I mean, yeah, okay. It was uploaded a month ago, and this is probably not the same Kevin, but I do remember reading a story of a Kevin that went into a lake full of alligators to fetch golf balls to sell back to golfers, and he got his arm ripped off. So yeah, be careful of alligators. And we have our last story. I told y'all it was gonna be a short episode. I'm sorry. By u/deadpanstan. I keep running into Kevin at the doctor. It's my fault for being nosy and overhearing other conversations in the waiting room. That's my phone. I'm sorry. It's on vibrate. There we go. I silenced it. It's my internship. I should probably answer that. I'll answer it later. I am technically on vacation from the internship. So, yeah. But schoolwork is still wrapping up, so I do have a lot of things to do. Anyways, it's my fault for being nosy and overhearing others' conversations in the waiting room. But man, I hear the dumbest stuff there. One time, Kevin was telling the guy next to him that he had recently found out that there were other countries fighting against the Allies in World War II. Yeah, apparently Japan did some fighting too. He was shocked when his buddy told him about Russia. Unfortunately, I had to go to my appointment before I could find out if Kevin ever learned about Italy. But my favorite has to be when Kevin fought with the receptionist for 5 minutes about a rescheduled appointment. Only at no point did the receptionist ever disagree with him. The appointment on the 5th? It is supposed to be on the 15th now. It was. Okay, I am super busy on the 5th. There is no way I can make it on the 5th. It has to be on the 15th. The schedule has it for the 15th. I'm going to be out of town. There's no way I can get in before the 15th. That's fine. It is down for the 15th. And so on. I'm not sure what happened exactly in the end. He just kinda stopped. Maybe he got tired and gave up, and finally, or something finally clicked, and he realized he won the argument. Or maybe he finally realized no one was fighting with him. I'll never know, and I kinda don't want to. The path leads to madness. It surely does. And we're gonna leave it at that today, guys, with 3 stories and an article. I hope to see you guys again next week. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope you guys had a lot of fun this week. I hope it was great for you. I hope you were blessed with as much health as you can. I hope you had so much joy in your life. I hope things went very, very well for you. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. That really, really helps, and it makes me super duper happy whenever I see a like. If you have anything to tell me, please do so in the comments below. I really do love reading you guys' comments. If you like my videos, if you want to see more from me, I do Lego videos. Lego video game videos, that is. I record story-rich games. I record puzzle games, for which actually we gotta do a vote to see which one I'm gonna play next, because Frambo is over. Occasionally I do Reddit, like I'm doing today, and occasionally I play dating sims. So if you want to see more from me, I greatly suggest you subscribe and turn on notifications, because that helps you keep track of when I upload, even though I always upload every Saturday, midday for me. For some it's 8 a.m. For some it's maybe 2 in the afternoon. It really depends on your time zone, but it is midday for me, so and I do upload on the 15th of every month as well. So if you want to know when I upload, I do suggest subscribing and turning on notifications, but if you don't want to, you have my schedule. And if you know me, you know that I really, really like puns. So if you have any puns for me, please tell them in the comments below. And speaking of puns, we have our pun of the day once again, courtesy of our wonderful friend of the channel, Zeno. Thank you so much once again, Zeno. Today's pun of the day is, did you hear about the poker player who broke his arm? He's finding it hard to deal with. Get it? Deal? As in the cards? Yeah. I love it. Thank you so much, Zeno. And seems like he'll be playing with a bad hand for a while, huh? Get it? Because you get dealt hands. Anyways, thank you so much for coming here today. I am really happy that you came here, actually. I hope everything goes well for you next week. I hope you have a wonderful, amazing, perfect week. I wish you as much health as possible. I wish you all the joy and happiness. I wish you all the luck. And unless you're Norway, I do not wish you luck if you're Norway. Not like Norwegian. I do wish you luck if you are Norwegian. I don't wish you luck if you are Norway, or if you're playing for Norway in the World Cup. I wish you so much bad luck if you are playing for Norway in the World Cup. I'm joking, I don't wish you bad luck. I just wish you not to win. Okay? Do we have a deal here? Please don't win. I need Brazil to win, please. I wish special luck to the Brazilian players on the game tomorrow. And I wish you all the best. Hopefully, we will see each other again next week, as always. Bye-bye, my beloveds. Bye-bye. I love you so much. Mwah!